I have met way too many engineering students who have no idea which direction they want to take in engineering. When you ask them what type of work they want to do after graduation, they say, oh, I don't know, wherever the wind takes me. If you follow that mindset, you'll only end up designing some weird shit for the rest of your life. But if you want to become a great engineer like Elon Musk, Nikola Tesla, or Werner von Braun, the people who have had massive impacts not only in the engineering industry, but massive impacts on this entire world, then you need to define as an engineering student, what is your purpose as an engineer? Now, the first question that I want you to answer is, what impact do you truly want to have on this world? What impact do you want to have on mankind? Answer me. Because there are many problems that engineers have yet to solve. Inefficient transportation, suffering from diseases, planetary survival, and the slow dying of our planet due to climate change. No disrespect to non-engineers, but nobody else can solve these problems but us. Nobody else can save humanity but us engineers. You can't call the police when fucking aliens invade the planet. You can't call the police when the planet is warming up to 1,000,000 degrees Celsius. Again, no disrespect to them, but us engineers, we're the ones that are going to deal with the large scale problems that this planet will have to face. And this shit could either scare you or light a fucking fire in you, man. Inefficient transportation could literally be solved by the automotive industry or the aerospace industry. Human suffering from diseases could be solved by the medical industry. Planetary survival could be solved by the space industry. And the slow dying of Earth could be solved by the environmental industry or the sustainable energy industry. That's why it surprises me so much that engineering students don't define what purpose they want to serve as an engineer. So choose. What impact do you want to have on the world? How do you want to be a hero to this world? And the way to answer this question, once again, is defining the industry that you want to work in. Which industry is it? Answer me right now if you have not yet. Now, once you have defined which industry you want to work in the engineering field, now we got to decide which role you're going to take under that industry. So let's decide by defining which things you're good at in engineering and which things you enjoy, in contrast to the things that you hate about engineering and the things that you absolutely suffer from, because there's always going to be that one thing that you hate as an engineering student, unless you're like a rare engineering student who likes doing everything. So for example, if you excel in the soft skill area of engineering, like you're a really good leader, you're really good at communicating with other engineering students. Like for example, you always take the leadership position in any course group project and you make sure that everyone's on top of their game and on top of this assignment that you're all tackling. But in contrast to these strong skills that you have, maybe you're really bad at control systems, or you're bad at hardware engineering, or you're really just bad with technical and hard skills. What type of engineering role do you think someone like this should take? Probably something like a project manager or a project management engineer or something like that. A position where you don't really need to use the hard skills, but you heavily depend on your soft skills. Or maybe one of your strongest skills as an engineering student is influence. Like for example, maybe you're really good at influencing a group in any group project to follow through with your idea of the plan. A good engineering role might be a technical sales engineer. Yeah, you're probably surprised right now. There's a lot of engineering positions out there that also require soft skills, not just the hard skills and the technical skills that you think engineering is all about. But on the contrary, maybe you're really good at physics and you're a psychopath and you enjoyed statics class. Then maybe look into the role of structural design engineering. Or maybe you're an absolute madman who likes control systems. In that case, you might want to become a controls engineer. There are literally countless engineering roles out there, some that require hard skills, some that require soft skills, some that require a mixture of both. Find the one that is right for you. Let me tell you a story. Me, myself, growing up, I really liked making crafts and origami and making paper guns that used rubber bands and all that kind of shit by watching tutorials on YouTube. And as I grew up, I found that I really liked to draw and doodle on paper. Now, zooming out, one could really tell that I was a hands-on person due to my interest for origami and all of these crafts. And one could also tell that I liked designing due to the drawings that I made. And my passion for hands-on design did not go away once I grew up and entered university, because I continued to make not only childish projects, but projects that required engineering principles like gear principles, fluid mechanics principles, even stress principles. The specific things that interested me in engineering was clear. I wanted to go into a role that would require me to be hands-on and also require me to design. So I defined my desired role to be under mechanical design. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now at the internship that I'm working at. Pretty much most of my day is doing mechanical designs, being hands-on, and just doing what I loved in the first place ever since I was born. So ask yourself, what have you always liked? Not just in engineering school, but even before that, because that might even help you decide while you're in university what type of career role you should get into, as you've seen in my example. And speaking of projects, that's the next step that you got to take after you define the industry that you want to work in and define the role that you want to take under this industry. As you can see, the projects that I made aligned with the skills that were needed for my role, and the project itself was similar to the projects being made in my desired industry. And projects are an absolute cheat code because it shows that you have initiative as an engineer to develop your engineering skills. And I know you must have a bunch of questions if you've never made personal projects before, which is why I made the program linked down in the description, where I teach you how to develop your own experience on your own time. Everyone has this limiting belief of like, oh, you need experience to build experience. What bullshit is that? But that's not true. You can develop experience on your own. So click the link in the description if you need me to teach you how. In the modern day and age, we can do anything, even as engineering students, because engineering itself has become stronger than it ever has been. We have been given the scientific knowledge, the technical ability, and the materials to pursue the exploration of the universe. To ignore these great resources would be a corruption of a God-given ability. Wernher von Braun.